All right, now we got something right here. I think is probably, so far I hadn't even looked at everything yet, but this is going to be the winner right here. Here's a 55 210 Chevrolet. Kind of ironic. I used to drive one of these cars to high school, take my sister and drop her off at the front. It was a black 78 Z28, and now, years later, I've got a blue one, Z28, and now I'm taking my daughter to school and getting in the line and dropping her off. Pretty crazy. All right, so we are now in Bixby, Oklahoma. And I've been tagged a few times on like Facebook and the social media stuff about there's right next to the Arkansas River here, there's like an old sand plant. Well, for some reason they've been lining up cars that it's mainly like 55 through 57 Chevy, like Bel Airs and 210s and stuff like that. And I've been tagged a few times, and a few people's like, you need to check that out, you know. So I saw a deal, one of the auction companies came up, and sure enough, all this stuff, there's cars, trucks, and everything, but it seemed like it's mainly 55 through 57 Chevys and then 67 through 72 Chevy pickups. So I'm going to come out here and check this out. They got it this Thursday morning, and the viewing is from 9 to noon. So I'm going to come out here and look a few things over. The auction is Friday morning, and it looks like it's going to be pretty miserable Friday morning. And so I wanted to come out here while it's nice. And we got the Camaro. I was going to stretch the legs on it since I put the leaf springs in the rear. This car has been so much better to drive. Like, it's been such a delight. So I can't believe the traffic over here. Man, it's been a while since I've been over in this direction. But let's roll up and let's check this out and see if we can find anything good. All right, we're on location. We've made it. It's the Chupps Auction House. So let's go out here and see what they got. Alright, so we got this pretty sweet little dune buggy. I'll be honest, I don't know what motor. Okay, 3100 V6, a GM V6 in this thing. That would be a ripper. We got the first truck that caught my eye. Looks to be about a 69-70 model. And the door's stuck on it. Decent rockers. This one's not looking so bad. So yeah, this old truck, the above the windshield is really nice. All the cab mounts are really, I'm very interested in this truck. So looks like I'm coming here in the morning and this is gonna be the first one they start with. Now, I can't get any of the doors open, and you can tell this thing's had a bunch of nests inside of it. So, but right up my alley. But so far what I'm seeing, this old pickup's not bad shape. And if you guys have noticed, it doesn't bother me to try to get that yellow matching if it doesn't match too terribly well. So, but yeah, it is a 6 lug. This is just a kind of a base model C10, but I'm very interested. And then here we got us an old flatbed. I'm gonna guess 55, 56. Trucker, you ain't, oh, okay. Got a pretty good little flatbed on it. Pretty cool truck. This one, I'm gonna give you a second to look at it, and we're gonna see what's a little bit different. So, this looks to have Chevrolet Rally wheels, and the car is 5 on 4 3/4. And this truck should be 5 on 5 or 6 on 6.5, maybe, I don't know. But it's got the truck 12 bolt in it, which is interesting. It looks to be a short bed. Let's see here. I'm gonna go 69. So the thing is, you can have a 68 cab, but you can put the later front end on it. So yeah, that'd be a pretty good old builder right there. And we got another, I'm gonna guess another 69 or 70 step side. All these trucks look to have been sitting out pasteurized at some point. But yeah, good looking truck. Pretty good builder. This does have the 70 through 72 steering wheel. This one has the 67 through 69 wheel. But yeah, pretty good little step side bed there. I like the step side, especially a 4x4. Man, it's a shame all that patina doesn't match. And then we're gonna scoot over here. We got another short bed. Looks like they use these old pickups to work though, because the bed's kind of wrinkled up. But I don't mind that. Let's see here. I'm gonna guess 69 by the steering wheel. But it is packed full, guys. Nice cab though. That's, you want to look right there on these trucks. Look for rust. I don't see. Yeah, these cabs are not bad. You know, floors, yeah, these are pretty good trucks. Check that out. Poto, Oklahoma. I like those old stickers like that. Now this is 68 because it's got the side marker. The 67 had no side marker lights. It has small back windows, so we got a 68 short wide here. Pretty cool truck. I'm not going to crawl into those and look at the cab mounts and all that stuff. I'm not as interested in these as I am that yellow one down there. Here's you another 55, 56-ish. Not a bad old truck. Here's the other one I'm interested in. And we're going to look this one over. It's a GMC. I'm not as crazy about the GMCs, but all the GMCs I've seen were 5-lug. Let's do a little walk around on this old truck. Oh yeah, the door opens. Now we are a little rusty right here. This is pretty typical on these trucks. So we want to be aware, but around the windshield, it's kind of starting. Now, one thing to point out, it does have the earlier steering wheel in it, which it's loose, it ain't even on there. It should have the steering wheel the other trucks got, because I'm gonna go 71, 72 on this. So let's look right there. Yeah, and the doors are, yeah, ooh, this truck's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Nice on the outside though. It's still got potential. The box looks really good right here. It's got an old tailgate in it. Another GMC grill. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's got a pretty decent bed on it. Yeah, those rockers are pretty done for on this truck. And that door's stuck. Oh, this is one kind of my main truck I was looking at. But yeah, it's a 5-lug. Bet this old hood's pretty stuck too. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. When you go to these, don't jerk and pick up on these hoods, because these things are they're rusted and stiff, and you can really do some damage to these hoods that really need a can of PB blaster. So yeah, this GMC is not too shabby. I think it's a little bit better than what I thought it was. I think I'm gonna go for the yellow one first. If I don't get the yellow one, I'll probably go after this one. But yeah, let's go over here. One thing I want to show you guys too is a piece of trim. Ain't worried about no spiders. Let's get over here. Check out this spid sheet. Oh, that's stuck too. Oh, it'll come open. All your GMCs are super high option trucks. Give you guys a look at that right there. This truck is loaded. 350 truck. Wow. This thing, man, what a nice truck. Yeah, see, the one I have at the house that you guys watched on the last video is completely eat out in this area. This truck can be saved. I'm definitely interested in it. Definitely interested. I think we got us about a 71. On these, when I look for 1972, is the rear view will be glued to the windshield. But yeah, looks like somebody started on this old pickup, and the cab is pretty crunched right there, probably from a forklift or something. But I think this is a short bed, 6-lug pickup. So yeah, that cab's not that great. So you basically get a frame and a bed floor on this one. Yeah. Let's jump over to the next one, another step side. Already off the bat, yeah, this stuff, oh, that's pretty tight. You got the square body steering wheel. That's the first indicator. And actually, you have the 67 front clip. Notice no side marker. So I'm thinking we got a later cab here. Earlier front clip. And I'm gonna look here. Yeah, it's still got the holes up there for the rear view. So I'm thinking this is 71 cab, 67 clip. So this is a Heinz 57 truck. But definitely, yeah, it has potential, that's for sure. Gonna slide over. I think we got a 58 Chevrolet. I don't know these as well. Another 58-ish. 55, 56. Oh, it's an Apache, so this is like Brandon's truck. How cool. Then we got us a 71, 72, 3/4 ton. We know these pretty well. 350 trucks. This is basically like the one we have at home. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. And this one's really rough on the doors right there. Oh, yeah. Can you say something's been living inside this thing? No, bed's not terrible. J. Marks Chevrolet. How cool. Yeah, all these old pickups have been used for what they're made for, that's for sure. J. Marks LaPorte. That's pretty cool. Man, I was thinking about a day when these things were hitting the road, man. People were using them and they were normal cars, you know. Here's another one's not too shabby. And what's crazy is this one I was looking online. I have just about every little part and piece to swap it over and make the patina match. I got the hood. This one's in pretty decent shape. Doesn't look too bad. This is probably 70, 71. Yeah, so I got the 2 fenders that would match this patina just perfect. Let's see here. Ooh, this one's not bad at all. The rockers are done. The doors are pretty good. This got good doors on it. Let's go up. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. So it's got the 69 steering wheel, so it may be a 69 truck. This one's in way better shape than what I thought. I like that. Look at that bed, man. So the tailgate laying in the back of the GMC would match this one just right. This old truck ain't bad, man. I could work with this. And the patina would match just right. Let's look at this skid sheet. We do got a little bit of rot right here. You can just pretty much guarantee that you're going to put rockers and cab corners on any of the 67 through 72 pickups. So let's see here. What do we got? Well, we know it's got a 6-cylinder setting in it. We can't really read much on that, but this truck right here looks a lot better than what I thought. They want to get a little rust down there, which is normal. But the doors are pretty solid on this truck, yeah. Especially for as much trash as it's got in it. Yeah, I like that. Pretty neat little speaker holes there. This one may be, I don't know. Let's get that crud out of there real quick so we don't spring the door hinges. Okay. All right, much better. I could do something with this one. All right, so far, the yellow one and this truck, and this is a 5-lug too, all right. Okay, yep, this is a 5-lug truck. This is a builder right here. Basically everything out of my truck will fit in this one. My hood, my blue fender, the grill. Okay, another thing, this is a 71 or 72, so this had the egg crate style grill like that one. So it's a 71 because the rear view mirror is not glued. All right, okay. This one's really got my eye. It is a little beat up here and there, but it's not bad. Not bad. We'll slide on over to our GMC here. Notice 6 lug. Okay, another thing. Right here, the rear view glues onto the windshield, so this is 72. 72 GMC with a small block engine in it. Now, I didn't see this 6970 here. It's got the old wide wheels on it. 350 custom. This is pretty rough. None of these trucks are rotten up there in the top of the cab. Oh Lord Jesus. So that's another problem you find with these old farm pickups, is they had trash or dirt or what have you, so the bed's completely roached on this one. This old truck's parts rigged. Got another one here with some bed sides and fenders. It's got the 67 through 68 hood. Yeah, this one's seen better days. 67, so another one, 67, no side marker. We got the small rear window. Pretty neat little KVO sticker. I've actually got an original KVO sticker at home that I've been saving. Now, this pickup has got a pretty darn good bed on it. Not too shabby, but it's nothing else really. Yeah, those are cool wheels. I like those. See, that's another thing you'll notice about these old trucks. See, back in the day, these old farmer guys, they didn't have, everything wasn't a four-wheel drive like we have now. Like, back then, they didn't have to have a four-wheel drive to drive around here, you know what I mean? They had two-wheel drive pickups, and they put big old nasty mud tires on it, and they just hit those mud holes with speed. So, yeah, we didn't always need 4x4s, although I love them, but we didn't have to have them, you know. And these trucks are a fine example. There's several of them that's got big old mud tires on the back. I'll give you guys a moment here. We got a little wagon, two-door, which is, I'd say kind of rare. Brookwood. I'll give you a second before I tell you what year it is. 1960. And then we got what looks like a 55 through 57 Ford Fairlane, four-door. I think these cars look awesome. Very good looking cars. And then we got our ATV section. I'd like to note here, this is a pretty rare bird, a 250R three-wheeler. I think my friend Jason would like that. Got some other little motorcycles and stuff. Little 125. I like that one, that's pretty cool. Little Massey Ferguson 135, got a dump trailer. Boy, them dump trailers are expensive. Hard to find. But yeah, so I'm definitely interested. Oh, not this truck. Where'd it go? Right there, sorry. This pickup right here, I've got some interest in this one. I'm gonna go over this one and look at the cab mounts again. All right, now, we got something right here I think is probably, so far, I hadn't even looked at everything yet, but this is gonna be the winner right here. Here's a 55 210 Chevrolet. If any of you guys have ever, heard me talk, this is one of kind of my dream cars. And this car is in damn good shape. This old car right here is probably gonna go for more than I'm looking to spend right now with all the projects I got. But let me show you some things about this car. Now the fender is a little bit wrinkled, but they're really bad to rust on this eyebrow of the fender. But look at this door, how well this opens. Now we do got a little bit of rust right there in that little corner, but most all of these need floors in them. But yeah, look at around the windows here. It's got the VIN still intact. The roof, a lot of these, actually the roof panel will rot out on it, but I mean, this car must have been inside. But yeah, look at that, man. This thing is in great shape. Oh yeah. It just needs that 4-speed and that third pedal and some fender well headers, and I'd be ripping on this thing. But the doors are in good shape. I don't see any rust on them in the bottoms. Really, really good. The quarters are really nice. Another spot I'd like to mention is right on this back valance right here. These are real bad for the rust, but let me pull the trunk open, which still functions really nice. And the trunk floor in these cars is always pretty rotten. And this car is very surprisingly, for a 1955, you can add up how old that is. This thing's in exceptionally good shape. Yeah, this is gonna make a great, great builder. Trunk, very nice. This is minimal rust. This is about the worst rust that's on it, which is normal for a 55 Chevy to have that kind of rust, but I wouldn't even worry about it on this. The patina is on point. Now we do got a little bit of a scrape on the quarter, which again, I wouldn't even worry about. I'd get this bad boy running. But yeah, this is definitely a good car right here. This is gonna probably be more money than I want to spend. But the rockers, very solid. A little bit of rust right there on that part of the door. And a little bit on that bottom too. I think a person could get this car put together and get this thing rocking and rolling. Very, very, very good stuff. You want to be very careful with this stuff. Typical for these things are old, man. You got to understand, you're not going to find perfect cars. I mean, this thing's in great shape. This is going to be probably the top pick of the auction. And then we have one of our, I can't remember, it's military grade style K5 Blazer, probably exactly like mine. It's probably had been a diesel. I know it's okay. If you notice that other one I found in Arkansas, it says turn off the radio. If anybody knows what's up with that, let me know. But yeah, this is more than likely, it looked like it belonged to a fire department, but I would imagine this has got the 6.2 diesel in it. Oh, the hood's already open. Oh, it's got crank windows. Lucky dog. Yep, 6.2 diesel. So this is what my 83 came factory with. I've drove one of these in a pickup truck before. They drive fine, they just don't have any power. But they work, they get good fuel mileage, and they just, yeah, you can see the green. I want to say it's CUCV, but I may be wrong. You guys can correct me on that if you'd like. But yeah, this has the same axle ratio, probably 308s because of that torquey motor, but yeah, we don't. Now, okay, so what they've done is this is a K5 Blazer, but they've made a pickup out of it. Probably have like a big water can back there, but you can see the seat belts where the rear seat used to be, and then they also capped in the back of the cab, which is, they did that with the old Broncos and stuff, made the half cab deal on them. But yeah, we won't go over this one too much, but it looks pretty solid. It's not rusty. This would be a good Blazer to build. Looks to be about an 05-ish, 6, something like that. It's got the Duramax, so I'm gonna walk away. They can have those things. Cab's messed up on it though, but it could be built. Pretty neat little thing right here is a 56 convertible, or at least what's left of one. Some good trim pieces. There's the top and frame, which looks to be pretty rough too. But still, you can't throw stuff like that away. Here's another one. Looks to be another diesel truck. Again, I stay away from these because, in just my general opinion, they are absolute money pits unless you're making money and working with them. But pretty decent truck. It looks good. All right, here's one that I think will do pretty well. This is a 55 convertible. Pretty rough. But I mean, and again, as I mentioned, all of these 55 to 57s, they seem like all these Midwest ones need floors in them. But definitely something to build. You can see the back part's pretty crunchy. I'm probably not going to open that one up. But again, a 1955. Very old. It's to be expected for this stuff. Here is a, I want to say a 55, 56 Cadillac 4-door. We'll slide over here. We got another 55 Chevrolet 4-door. Pretty solid. I'm not a 4-door hater. I would definitely drive a 4-door. I don't care. Got us another 55. As I'd mentioned earlier, the rust on the eyebrow of the fenders seems to be pretty normal. You can see this one's had a little patchwork on it, but definitely, you know, yeah, all that stuff's stuck. I won't do that. This is a pretty good body on this one. Doesn't seem too rough. This one's a little bit more rough than you'd want. Got us a 1956 with the Pontiac rally wheels on it. I think they call those Rally 2s. Yeah, this is a 56. Be a good parts car. Now, one thing to note on this car, it didn't have the post, so this is a hardtop 4-door. So all these windows roll down and it's completely open inside. Last 1981. Slide over to this little 55 4-door. Not too shabby. Looks to be blue or green. I'm gonna go with the blue. Again, I would suspect that all of these need floors in them. I apologize for the shadow there. I'll get out of your way. Not too bad. Another 55 4-door. Here we got a 2-door Bel Air. Hard top, no door post. And we have a 60-ish Impala steering wheel, 62 of that range. I mean, it could be fixed. It's a little roughy, but not too bad. Here's another good one, 56 station wagon. I like this. A lot of this stuff's hard to find here. Man, I bet that was pretty with the light green and dark green back in its heyday. It's a bummer about that tailgate right there is kind of bent up. But inside, a bunch of little parts in there. I think these are amazing in wagons. Another 56. Got a little bit of rust on the rocker and that little torque box back there. Got some more parts and pieces. And again, another 56. As we stated, they like to rot out right there. 55 4-door. I love the Chevy Rally wheels. I know they're about 10 years later, but very cool. All right, we got a 57 here. Pretty nice one. Got a 56 4-door with the old Super Tricks on the front. I like that. 56. 55. Doesn't look too bad. Missing the fenders. All right, 55. I'm going to say convertible, but that's not a convertible. I think somebody's cut the roof off this one. Yep, definitely got some parts on this rig. Oh boy, now this is cool. So here we have a 55 with the radius rear wheels in it. Rear wheel wells. And this is the Bel Air, so it doesn't have the door post. So we got an old hot rod. Look at that old steering wheel. We got 3 pedals. We can only hope and pray that there's a tunnel on the floor where they had a 4-speed in it. Oh yeah, this was a hot rod. Let's have a look underneath and see what rear axle we got. Because a lot of times they put the 12 bolt out of the first gen Camaro or Nah, it's still got it's either got a 9-inch or that dropout center section that these had factory, but a lot of people will put the 12 bolts out of Chevelles and Camaros in these. But yeah, that was a hot rod there. Oh yeah. Got another 4-door. Here's another 2-door. This looks like to have been a hot rod. Got some chrome 8-inch rallies on the back. Again, Bel Air trim car, which is, you know, pretty hard to find. You got the baby moons on the front. Yeah, this was somebody's pride and joy at one point. They've done some wheel well trick stuff to it, which is pretty common. But one thing I'll note is that brake pedal does not look like it goes to this car. So something's up with it. It's probably a factory power glide. Good builder right here though. Wonder what rear ends under this one. Always keep an eye. Yep, factory. And we got a 4-door. Another 56 wagon. Unfortunately, it seemed like all the wagons are kind of in rough shape. Got another 2-door 55. The rockers look good on this one, huh? Little wrinkle damage there. And it's stuck. So these cars must have came from somewhere where they're sitting out. And as I noted before, that back tail panel in these cars really are bad for rusting out. 56 convertible. Definitely a lot of value right there. Got a 55 right here. Ooh, the whole top's coming off that one. Slide over to this. So, as stated before, so this is a 210 car with the post. Here's your Bel Air trim car without, and the trim is different on each one. So the Bel Air and then the Bel Air. Well, now wait a minute. We got Bel Air trim on a 210 car. I may have learned something new today. You guys can correct me on that if you want to. But I thought the 210 car had the door posts. I did not know they had Bel Air trim on a 210 post car. Interesting. You learn something new every day. There's another 55 2-door. Oh, well, there's a post Bel Air car there too, huh? Doesn't seem too bad. Again, I'm not quite old enough to really have been around these cars too much. I just know what I've studied. And as long as I've been around this stuff, I still don't know everything. So, yeah, always something new to learn. Let's look at this next one. It's pretty interesting. So this is what, I've seen this before a few times. They take a 4-door, shorten the front, take off the front doors, and that's basically the back section of a 4-door car with the front clip and the cowl added to it. Again, pretty rusty right there. Pretty neat. Pretty neat little setup. 55 4-door. Now this one looks pretty promising. Aside from the little damage on the fender, the rockers look good. Yeah, this stuff's stuck. Yeah, these cars have been sitting somewhere for quite a while. A little bit of rust, but not terrible. Sides of the body don't look bad. Yeah, that 57's took a lick right there. And I don't know if you guys knew, you can fold that open and that is your filler neck for your fuel tank. R&S Motors in Joplin, Missouri. They got lots of parts and stuff over here. So here's an interesting thing. And I ran into this at the other auction. So you know what car that went to, that yellow 55 that looked like a hot rod. So, God, I'd like to have that fender for a wall hanger. So that's technically supposed to go with that other car. But what they do is anything laying loose, you'll have to not only buy the car, but you'll have to go through and bid on the parts and stuff laying around. Which is, that kind of sucks, but I get why they do that. I might bid on that just to hang on my shop wall if the original person doesn't want that car. Because look at that, and all them old stickers. That is so cool. One thing to note, we have some Impala seats here, but we have a set of 60 65 through 67 GM A-body seats. And how I know this is the way they're shaped, but also the buttons on the side there, no headrest. So this will be some decent builder seats. A lot of Tri-5 trim. So if you're looking for that kind of stuff, we've got some GMC grills, lots of trim, tons of columns. Ooh, let's look at these bell housings over here. Looking for the 621s. So those are probably the older style ones. Some old 4-barrel intakes. We got a Ford 4-speed transmission here. Got lots of parts here. So here we got a set of pony wheels for Fox Body Mustang. We got the Trans Am GTA wheels. We got some Z06 Corvette wheels. We got a pretty nice set of weld rod lights. I like these. I may be interested in those. Some late model GMC like Yukon wheels. Some early 50s. Some plumbing fittings and electrical conduit. Got some pumps. Alright, so I'm definitely interested in this yellow one. It seems to be pretty decent, something I could work with. But I think the star of the whole show here is that 55 two-door. I think that thing's going to bring the most money. And I think these short bed, this little black 68 short bed truck's going to do pretty good. I think I'm going to pass up on the GMC. I'm thinking anyways. I think I might pass on that one. But the other one that's really got my attention, and the other one's got my attention, is this blue one. It literally needs everything that my donor truck has. And if I could try to get that tailgate out of the other one, which I think would go to this truck and match it pretty well. But this thing, now this one does got some cab mounts on the rear that are pretty rough, that'll need to be changed. But I mean, just for taking mine and taking all the drivetrain out of it and putting in this one or that yellow one, it wouldn't be too bad. It's just, they've got to go for the right money. So I got some thinking to do, but let's check out the auction in the morning. All right, so we're back Friday morning. They're over here, they're selling rocks right now, but I think trucks, they actually started at 9 and started selling parts. I got here about, it's like 10:45 now, and the trucks I think are getting ready to come up next, but I want to show y'all something cool. And you don't see 55 through 57 T-Birds all that often, especially one that's been hit right in the side. Ouch.
Make sure if your number's not on them, don't take it. All right, I'm going to send you from that orange jacket down to the end. We're going to send these flyers.
Still going through all the parts, but I was looking at this old 55, 56 Ford Fairlane, Ford-O-Matic. This old car has got a damn good body on it. Imagine it's got the old 312, that Y-block style engine. But yeah, this thing's not bad. I totally overlooked this old car. Look at that dash. Somebody took good care of this thing. All the rockers are good. This thing's solid.
No title. This one's stored in the hay barn, I think. Come on, how much you would do? This one has no title. I think it has unless you do it. I don't know. Hit me 3,600. Now 700, 37, 37, 3700, 37, 3700, 37 with the down, 37, 36, 37, 3700, 37, 37, 3900, now 44, get me 4, down 41, 41, 41, 2, 41, down 2, down 41, down 2, down 42, down 3, down 42, down 3, 42, down 3, down 42, down 2, down 3, down 42, down 3, 44, now 5, 45, 44, down 7, 45, 4700, 45, 7, 47, 7, 47, 45 down 7. Get a measure out. 47. Now 47. Now I got 45 in the back. Now 46. Now 45. 6 here. Now 7. Now 46. Now 7. Now 47. Now 47. Now 7. 8. Now 47. Now 4800. Now 9. 48. Now 48. Now 48. Now 5. 55. Now 51. Now 50. Now 50. Now 5100. Now 1, 2, 52. Now 3. 52. 53. Now 4. Now 5. 55. Now 55. Now 7. Now 6. Give me 6. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. How about 58, 57, 89, 57, 89, 58, 99, 58, 99, 59, 6,000, 61, 61, now 2, 61, 2, 2, 61, now 2, 61, now 2, 61, 2, now 3, 61, now 2. Hey, we had that. You had to be 2. 62. Oh yeah, one time. Now 3. 63. Now 4. One more time. Now 64. One at a time. 64. Now 5. Now 6. 6,600. 6,600. 65. 65. Now give me 6,600. 66. Now 7. 67. Now 7. 6,700. 66. Now hey, you've been with me a long way. 66. Now 7. 6,700. She is $6,600 for the one number. What's your number, sir, for the one number? 597 for the one. 597.
Lot number 45 is a 2006.
All right, good morning, guys. So it's now Sunday, and the auction was Friday, and it got the lightning, the rain, the whole 9 yards is getting kind of rowdy, all the people and all that stuff. So the yellow 6970 Chevy pickup sold for $600. I decided to kind of back up from that one because once I got the doors open, the whole bottoms of the doors were eaten up right there in that spot they usually do. Cab was pretty, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was worth it. Right there, they had somebody loading up a bunch of junk. It's pouring rain, lightning. I just kind of, that happened in about 25 seconds and it was done. So we went on down the line. Everything sold pretty reasonably. Those Apache trucks, I think one sold for like 1,000, another one for 800, but the same guy, from what it looks like to me, bought most of the pickups and everything. And so we got down to the blue GMC, and that one actually went way more than what I thought it was, and it wasn't a bad truck. I think it sold for 18 or 19 plus the, there's a 10% buyer's premium on that. And so then we got down to lot 67, the one that I was really wanting. And the more I kept going down there looking at it, the more I'm like, man, everything off the 71 Chevy I got processed will go on this truck and make it a driver, So I was pretty good about it, Well, it just took more and more time and stuff, and the weather kept getting progressively worse. And then, like, usually I always thought that the trailers and stuff would be after the auction. You got cars and trucks running every which way and all that, so it's a lot going on. So we got down to that truck, and that truck online was up to $350. Well, it was just me and another guy. We went up. I was like, and now I kind of regret it. It went up like 13. I think it sold for 13 or 1,400 bucks. But I had enough, man. And it was almost 2 o'clock, and I got to be at work at 3. So I was already like, how am I going to get this loaded up? We got all this action out here. And once you pay for that, because what I had to have done is bought it, left it, and come back the next day. Well, with all that equipment and trucks and trailers running around, I was kind of afraid it would get damaged. And when I come back, I've got a smashed up piece of crap. So I just decided just to walk away from it. Well, now, contemplating, and thinking and everything, I kind of still want that truck. So if you bought that truck and you're bidding against me and you want it, hit me up. Let's make a deal. I'd like to still buy that truck. And again, you could be wanting to build it or whatever. But I mean, as many trucks as I think that guy was buying, I don't know that he's going to get to all of them. So I mean, it's just an assumption. But yeah, if you bought lot 67 and you're watching this, or somebody knows who bought that thing, tell them I'm interested. I wouldn't mind making a deal on it because I do like that pickup. But that 55 Chevy, that really nice one, it went for $6,800, which I still think was a pretty good buy. And then I left before they went through all the other 55s and stuff because there was one four-door that I was kind of interested in. Had the weather been a little bit better and I didn't have to go to work, I would have stayed and we would have finished that out. But I just kind of gave up and went on to work, and I hadn't ate nothing all day, so I was like, it was getting, I about had enough of it, So I hate to say that, but, responsibilities. So, but yeah, pretty good little auction though. I mean, I always enjoy checking out collections of cars like that and just looking things over and everything. It's exciting. Gets me out of this garage, gets me away from some wrenching for once. So, but yeah, I've added myself to a few more lists of auctions, and I think I'm going to start going to them again and get kind of back into it and just see what we can find out there. I really enjoy looking at stuff and possibly finding something new to piddle with and everything. So if you guys like this, hit that subscribe, hit that like and the tag and all the little things and everything. Comment about something, tell me. And if I made any mistakes, again, comment, tell me about it. Because I know on that 55 Chevy, I thought a Bel Air trim car had no door post. I thought the 210s had the door post in the 150s. So there's something I'm missing there, and I know you guys know about it. So tell me, I'm always down to learn more. So yeah, that's all we got for this one and everything. I've got plenty of stuff going on. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.